California's Prop 22 guarantees 120% times minimum wage for active time. The 2026 California Prop 22 guarantees 37 cents per mile plus 33.8 cents per minute. Rideshare trips generally average 20 miles per hour or 3 minutes a mile to 60 miles per hour or a minute a mile. Fast food trips average 10 miles per hour or 6 minutes a mile to 30 miles per hour or 2 minutes a mile. And grocery trips are usually about 6 miles per hour or 10 minutes a mile to 12 miles per hour or 5 minutes a mile. California Prop 22 buy-in for apps like Uber and DoorDash guarantees the equivalent of driving for the standard mileage rate plus minimum wage or less, which would be crazy for any worker, employee, or independent contractors to drive their own vehicle for, as it's not only a loss of time, but mileage equity too, also known as paying to drive or charity after expenses. Prop 22 is also less than legal federally, like Portland and other markets. Although Prop 22 is a floor and not a ceiling like the Portland rate card, many unaware drivers are happy with their Prop 22 adjustments. Losing time plus mileage is a complete loss known as paying to drive, devaluing your vehicle and subsidizing customer prices. Drivers can file wage claims for back pay and sue for more. Here's the scam. The faster the speed, the less you make per mile and unit of time, unlike taxis. Taxis make more per time the faster the speed. Taxis average about 3 to 9 times minimum wage taxable profit plus the standard mileage rate. Additional time per minute is approximately an average of 2 times minimum wage. This is a noticeable nationwide standard. Taxi makes an amount per mile plus an additional amount per minute, 5 minutes a mile and up, or 12 miles an hour or less. Using $3.20 a mile gross, that's $2.47.5 cents a mile taxable wages or profit. Divide the time per mile. At 1 minute per mile, or 60 miles per hour, that's $2.47.5 cents per minute, or $148.50 per hour, which is the equivalent of 8.78698 times minimum wage. $2.47.5 cents per mile divided by 3 minutes per mile, or 20 miles per hour, is the equivalent of 82.5 cents per minute, or $49.50 per hour, which is 2.92899 times minimum wage. The additional time per minute is an average of roughly 2 times minimum wage. Fares triple from 1 to 3 miles and 20 miles per hour to 60 miles per hour. Speed and fares correlate. California drivers could have had a better guarantee buy-in for drivers going on 5 years for at least 2 times to 6 times minimum wage after standard mileage. That's $33.80 an hour for 20 miles to $101.40 per hour for 60 miles after expenses. We can also use a simple formula like Prop 22, but better like taxis. We want 2 times minimum wage taxable profit. We want to triple the money every 3 miles. That looks like 3 minutes a mile times 200%, or 2 times minimum wage per hour divided by 60 minutes an hour to equal the dollar per minute. In California, that's $1.69 a mile for time divided by the time per mile. The wage, or profit, is greater than or equal to 2 times the standard mileage rate, plus the 72.5 cents per mile totals $2.41.5 cents per mile gross, plus an additional 2 times minimum wage for traffic, idle, and waiting to guarantee at least 2 times minimum wage after 3 minutes a mile, or less than 20 miles per hour. I started Uber in fall of 2015 and Lyft winter 2016. March was the first pay cut when I started Rideshare Rights, a group on Facebook for fair pay through a bill buy-in for drivers. Compare what we used to make with what drivers make now, and what they should make, and what taxi is making to see the difference. Not even Washington State guarantees enough to be fair pay, which is why I quit driving here since the COVID pandemic. The profit is only 2.5 times minimum wage at 30 miles per hour and 3.7 times minimum wage at 60 miles per hour. Trips over 23 miles per hour aren't worth taking. Other states are worse, like New York, Massachusetts, and Minnesota. Drivers could achieve a fair raise and fare control by raising funding for an app along with passengers and advocates Just start spreading awareness by printing this flyer, posting it on social media, and sharing posts and videos, as well as joining the group on Facebook.